I am Yuto Tanaka. I work for a small to medium-sized company. Every day I was on the train, working from morning till night without looking aside. I was so busy that I didn't have time to play. For other people, it must seem like a hard life, but I had no complaints. Everyone in the company is nice, and if I did well, I get paid more. In fact, I was getting paid reasonably well, and the boss expected a lot from me. So I was satisfied. My days were good. Then one day it happened.
Watch out!
I was on my way home from work when I was waiting for the traffic light to change at a crosswalk. A car ran into me. By the time I realized what happened, my body was in the air.
Tanaka-kun, are you okay? I heard you were hit by a car.
Oh, Himuro-san, you came all the way here for me. I'm sorry you have an early day tomorrow.
That's not important. How are you?
His right arm is broken in a complicated way. Other than that, there is nothing else wrong with him. I heard that he was hit by a car going over the speed limit. The fact that he was able to survive with a little injuries is pretty amazing.
Oh, at any rate, I'm glad to hear that his life is not in danger.
The surgery has already been completed, but you'll have to stay in the hospital for a while. I'm sorry. It's a busy time of the year.
You don't need to apologize. It's a good opportunity for you. Take it easy and get some rest. I'll let you get back to it when you are better.
And this is how I ended up in the hospital for a while. It's good that I can relax, but my body is all okay. In a hospital, there's only so much I can do. I have too much time on my hands. I was in a room with 4 people. In each of the other beds, there are other patients. All of them are strong-looking and ill-mannered. After a while, a nurse came to see the patients.
It's time to see how you are doing.
Oh, here she comes. Hanase-chan! I'm super sick.
If you don't let me sleep on your lap pillow right now.
What? Please go to bed and talk in your sleep. If you keep talking nonsense, I'll slap you across the face and force you to sleep.
Oh, you're still as tongue-tied as ever today.
But that cold stare of yours, I love it.
You must be Tanaka-san. Are you feeling okay?
Well, yes. The surgery's over. All I have to do now is rehabilitation.
I see. Please let me know if you need anything else.
Thank you very much.
As usual, Nanase-chan was as unkind as ever today. She's different from the other nurses.
Did you see those sharp eyes? I almost choked when she stared at me. No wonder she's a former lady gang member.
I see.
So that nurse was an ex-gang member. After a while, I slipped out of the room and headed for the vending machine to buy a drink. I think it's over here. Then I saw someone in an unpopular aisle. That's the nurse from earlier. She's tangled with a patient? Hey! Oyama-san! You're taking a very rude attitude towards me. I'm a patient.
Just because you are a patient doesn't mean you can behave as you please. You press the nurse's call when you don't need it. Just because you are a patient, excessive arrogant behavior is not good for the other patients too. I just warned you about it.
Damn. If you apologize honestly, I would have forgiven you. Unless you get hurt. You don't get it, do you? Hey, wait a minute. What? Who are you? I'm a patient just like you. I can't believe you would raise your hand to a nurse when you're under her care. You're so ungrateful.
Tanaka-san!
Do you know your situation? You have a broken arm, don't you? I'm about to be discharged from the hospital. I'm almost completely recovered. So what? You think I'm going to back down with a threat like that? Great! I'll extend your stay in the hospital even longer!
You're going to regret challenging me.
You're strong! A thug like you? My left hand is all I need. How about I put you in the hospital one more time? Ah! My bad! Please forgive me! Are you alright?
Yes, I'm fine. Thank you very much. The patient is a former vice chief of a local motorcycle gang, and he used that as a shield for his behavior. We all had a hard time with him, but I can't believe that you easily defeated him. Who are you, Tanaka-san?
No. Well, it's an embarrassing story. I used to be a leader of a motorcycle gang myself. I used to be good at what I do.
Tanaka. Are you Yuto Tanaka by any chance? He was the leader of the Tigers and was called the legendary Red Devil.
You know?
Of course. He was the only one who succeeded in unifying a district overrun by delinquents. A hero who only fought to protect ordinary students. I became a gang because I wanted to be like you. I didn't expect to see you here. I am so honored.
It's embarrassing to have my old black history rehashed. Come to think of it, Ayama-san was very cold to the other patients. Is there a reason for that?
There are many gangs around here. The area around here is unsafe, and the hospital is full of delinquent patients. If they take advantage of me, it's the end. We need to be firm with the delinquents.
I see. I see what you mean.
But there are still some troublesome patients who behave arrogantly. For A-class delinquents, all of them are former heads of the gangs. If we try to get rid of them carelessly, they may retaliate against us. That's why the hospital is having a hard time with it.
I see. In that case, let me help you.
What?
I'm free until I'm discharged from the hospital. This hospital has taken good care of me. I wanted to do something to repay them.
Thank you very much. With Tanaka-san here, we can solve the problem. I'm very grateful for your support. Let's work together to knock the guts out of the delinquent patients who nest in this hospital.
Yes, but then again, it's a big story when you think about it calmly. In a private room for one person.
You've got to be kidding me. I can't eat this hospital food with such a thin taste! Bring me A5 grade meat! Hear that? A5 grade meat! Or else I'll turn you into minced meat!
Oh no, scary! But he says he's an ex-leader of a motorcycle gang. If you go against him, he might do something to you.
You have a lot of bravado, don't you? You don't need to be in the hospital anymore, do you?
Who are you? I'm calling for A5 grade meat. One of the 4 major motorcycle gangs. I'm the ex-leader of the Dragons. You've got some guts, don't you?
The Dragons? That's an old name, isn't it? I mean, I thought you looked familiar. Are you a Kagawa?
What?
Long time no see. It's me, Yuto Tanaka.
Yuto Tanaka? Back when I was the head of the gang, you were the only one who I suffered a defeat. Even though I took 100 men with me to defeat you, you were too strong. I still dream about that time. I never thought we will meet again at a place like this.
So? You want A5 grade meat?
No, I'm sorry. I was being extravagant. A5 grade meat is too much for me. I will just eat rain and dust to survive.
I didn't go that far. At least know that guy will be quiet.
That's what I'm talking about. It was like twisting the hand of a baby.
I'm glad it all worked out. I'll have them nail the rest of them too. After that, I nailed the other delinquents one after the other. Some of them rebelled, but I gave them a light nudge and they obeyed. For someone who has lived in the world of delinquents, the difference in power is easier to understand than anything else. In the blink of an eye, the hospital was restored to its former state.
Today's Tanaka-kun's discharge day. I've come to pick him up. Maybe I'll take him out for a drink or something to celebrate his release from the hospital. I was told to wait for him at the entrance of the hospital. Is this the right place?
Congratulations on your discharge, Tanaka-san! Congratulations!
What? He's being escorted out by these very strong-looking people. What's with these people?
Ah, Imuro-san. You came to pick me up. Thank you for coming.
By the way, who are those guys? Why do those strong-looking people love you so much?
Well, a lot happened while I was in the hospital. Speaking of which, why were you in the hospital? Some of you were healthy. What's the point of paying to stay in a hospital room?
Well, there is Nanase-san in the hospital.
We all wanted to get close to her. So that's why you were in the hospital, even if you had fake illness. It's too annoying.
Tanaka-san, thank you very much. Thanks to you, the hospital has become more secure. And it was an honor to see the person I admire in person.
I'm glad I could be of some help.
So, I was wondering if you would like to have dinner with me sometime. I'd like to talk with you about a lot of things outside of the patient-nurse relationship. If you don't mind, of course.
What? Oh, I don't mind.
Yay! I'm looking forward to it.
I've never seen Nanase-san looking so happy. She's totally in love with Tanaka-san.
Our love will be taken.
Tanaka-kun, you got along with such a beautiful girl while you were in the hospital. I've got a strong rival now.
What do you mean? Even after I got out of the hospital, Aoyama-san's relationship with me was going to continue.